if you haven't learned by now about me, you know that, like, wow, I'm just really, really sensitive. And I was trying to put my finger on it with living in an RV park. And I'm like the type of person that needs about 3 days rest after being around people. And you never, ever, 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 ever get that in an RV park. And it's like a weekend, and usually, like, across the street from me is pulling in with people, and sometimes they travel in groups, and there's nothing wrong with that for them. But to me, it's like a lot of energy. So, one of the last fights, or actually the last fight we had, was we decided to go back to his place, which now I know that I'm over analyzing this event that we had in our lives. And the park itself is PTSD for me. Really, the park itself. So we pulled in, and he says, "Oh, so and so wants to talk to you the next time you're here." And I'm like, I felt like I was bum rushed, because I'm like thinking, okay, I can tolerate being here for for us to watch some TV and eat burritos and maybe go for a little dog walk. But after that, that's my plan. And then when you pull in and you're like, "Oh, so and so wants to meet you," I felt like I was in the middle of a war, because the entire park, I have many reasons, but that whole experience was very PTSD for me. In that site, first off, somebody died in the site before me. And then I move in, and I had 4 floods in my trailer. Luckily, this trailer is an old trailer, and it's like solid, because it would have really jacked up a newer trailer. I had 4 floods. I was making hard root beer, and that exploded in my trailer. I had a fermentation bomb go off in my trailer. I had random people walking around my trailer at night speaking a foreign language. And this is not a park. This is like a park where people go in and die. This is not like a park where there's like a lot of, movement or anything. So these random people come in, and we're walking around my trailer at night with flashlights. And, the owners called the cops on me. Of course they refused it, but it was them. Then when we confronted them, or Anders confronted them. And yeah, so I had major PTSD in this park. And it did not make it better for me to go back there. And I really realized, like, no, I could never go back into that place. That's like a war zone, number 1. But number 2, I guess my story was going to be that this lady wanted to talk to me. Next time she's here, tell her to say hi. Well, we had gone to lunch, and I had, like, told her, because I was like walking around like a zombie and depressed and going through my awakening, and I was like a fucking disaster and getting judged by all of these people, which was fucking horrible. And then, I was so unable to get out of bed. They do a wellness check on me, but don't knock on my door or ask Anders about me. And then when Anders asked about it, they denied that they did it. So I don't believe them at all. But the whole place gave me PTSD. And this lady this story is all over the place and not getting anywhere. I'm so sorry. This lady wanted to talk to me, but I had told her I had PTSD. And when her reply was to like hunt me down every minute, or it felt like, and was like pushing me to go to church with her. And I'm like, it's not even worth explaining. It's not even worth explaining. Because if I couldn't get out of bed because I was feeling all of this energy from living in an RV park and being around all of these people. I was not wanting to go to a church around a bunch of people. An organized religion people. So I got mad. This story all over the board. So I got mad because I felt like he should have known that. And maybe he did. He said he did. But I flew off the handle because I have PTSD before he was willing to say that. So I guess the moral of this story is don't go back to places that gave you PTSD. You don't need to heal from that in order to survive a place. You need to heal from that in order to love yourself and go, this ain't for me, and create those boundaries. It's not so you can survive other people's bullshit. And I think a lot of people miss that. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.